What's popping, everyone? How y'all feeling today? Welcome back to my show. If you're new to the show, do me a favor and subscribe and like this message. Send it to your new feed and let somebody know I'm going live talking about 5 ways to boost your credit without paying for credit repair. Now, I had a bunch of my buyers recently hit me up asking me, hey D, what are some ways that I could boost my credit without paying for credit repair? So I decided I was going to hop on live, just let people know, you can build your credit and fix your credit yourself. You definitely don't have to pay for credit repair. In fact, I teach all of my first time home buyers that you don't have to pay for credit repair and you can do it yourself very easily if you follow just super, super quick steps. Okay. So I wanted to hop in real quick and talk about 5 unconventional ways that you can boost your credit score without paying for credit repair. And while I wait, do me a favor and share this to your feed. Get yourself nice and comfortable. Get yourself nice and comfortable. We're gonna dive deep today on 5 quick ways. 5 quick ways. Now, if I say any tip or if I say anything that you already know about, let me know in the comments. If you have any other tips, feel free to let me know in the comments on different things or different ways you can do to boost your credit without paying for credit repair. I want to know if I can leave chat with Facebook. I'll accept Facebook profile. Okay. No. All right, cool. So let's hop on over to the first step. I don't know how to leave comments. So if y'all on Facebook, I'm still working out this new app that I'm using, y'all. So bear with me. So let's go ahead and go over to the first tip. Okay. The first tip easily, right? You're just gonna ask for a credit increase. Right. One of the easiest, most simplest tips in the book, right? You call your credit company and ask them for a credit increase. Make sure to let them know not to do a hard pull on your credit report, but you want to get a credit increase. The reason why this helps your credit is because you're gonna increase your credit limit, your total available credit limit, while keeping the same balance that you already have. This will decrease your credit utilization, and if you was flirting around that 30% mark, this will get you definitely under there. Ask for the max. Ask for $1,000 increase. Ask for whatever you feel comfortable and know that you're responsible paying for, and they'll be able to. And a lot of times they'll go ahead and approve you for whatever it is, as long as you've been a good paying customer. Have any questions about that one? Super, super easy trick, right? Especially with Capital One, Citibank, American Express. If you've been making on-time payments for the last 12 months, on time every single month, and chances are you will get approved. Just ask for a credit increase. It's going to decrease your credit utilization, and this will make your credit score go up. Right? Sometimes it can help your credit score go up 30 or 40 points. So definitely worth a shot. All right, the next thing, right? We just got done talking about paying your credit, getting a credit increase. I'm sorry. Next thing is paying your credit down to under 30%. Right? A lot of times we carry these big balances. A lot of people don't know the correct way to manage your credit card. Okay. You always want to keep your balance 30% below the limit. Okay. So if you have $1,000 credit card for easy math, right? You're gonna multiply $1,000. That's your limit for the credit card. You're gonna multiply it by 30%. In the calculator, that's 0.30, and you should get 300 bucks. So never use that credit card over 300 bucks. And if you just so happen to use it over your 30% threshold, before your statement comes out, make sure you pay that balance below 30%. You have any questions about reducing your credit utilization to under 30%? Right. This is really one of the easiest tricks in the book if you have open credit cards already. The reason why is because every percent that you're over that 30, it's calculating in your credit score as negative. So if you have a 90%, if you use a 90% of your credit card, if you get it under 30%, you can see your score shoot up 40, 50 points because this is a huge part of the credit score formula, right? So if you have credit cards, pay them under 30%. I always tell the story about one of my clients when I used to do a credit repair. He came to me, he asked about, hey, he really didn't trust me. He really didn't trust my services at the beginning. And I get it. Everybody is quick to sell credit repair, quick to, you know, offer their advice. So what I gave him was I said, hey, if you want to trust me, you pay your credit card down to this balance right here next month. And if your score isn't up 75 points or better, then I'll give you this service for free. Right. The next month came around, his points was 95 points higher. 95 points higher, and just paying his credit card balance to this particular number, which I calculated for him. Okay. And he ended up being a client, and now he bought a home in New Orleans, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I know this game. I know I've been doing it for a long time. So reduce your credit utilization to under 30%. You have any questions about that? And again, I do come back and check these lives, right? So if you have comment, or if you watch it on YouTube, I do come back and check the comments. So if you have any questions or anything that you want to add or anything that you're confused about, leave them in the comments and I'll come back and answer your questions. All right, let's move on to the next one. Um, this is a good one. This is a big one. We want to get a credit card. A lot of our families, especially where I grew up, teach not getting a credit card. And it comes from a good place. They really don't want us to swim in all of this credit card debt, right? But without a credit card, you're missing a very key factor of the credit mix to have a high credit score, right? In fact, if you don't have a credit card, it will be impossible for you to get a full 850 credit score. A perfect credit score would not exist if you don't have a credit card because it's 50% of the credit mix. And I'll talk a little bit about the credit mix. The credit mix consists of revolving revolving debt and installment debt, right? Revolving debt is any balance that fluctuates over times, like credit cards, lines of credit, department store cards, right? Your balance could be $100 this month, it could be 150 next month. Your minimum payment could be 25 one month, 35 the next month. It fluctuates, it revolves. So you have revolving debt. And on the other side of that, you have installment debt. This is things that are installed, such as loans. You have the same payment every single month for a certain period of time. This is installment debt. So one of the hacks to the credit score formula is to have a 50% mix, right, of each on your credit report at all times. This is one account, one revolving account, one installment account on your credit report, actively paying on every month to beat the credit score formula, right? So if you don't have a credit card, get one. I'll leave a link onto some of my favorite credit builder cards, right? One of my favorites on there is the Milestone credit card. Why I like the Milestone credit card is because you don't have to pay a security deposit, right? You do not have to pay a security deposit, and it does not leave a hard inquiry on your credit report. Okay, so if you get approved for the Milestone card, you can get a $500 unsecured credit builder card to boost your credit while you search for that new home or plan to buy that new car. Right. I also like the credit builder card on there because it instantly approves you. Right. As long as you don't have a bankruptcy on your account, on your credit report, then the credit builder card will approve you. It's a 95% approval rate, and it does not leave a hard inquiry on your credit report. How it works is it's a secured card. So how it works is you'll have to pay a $200 security deposit, and they will give you a $200 credit card in return, and you'll be able to use it just like any other credit card, any other debit card. You can apply minutes, and they will approve you if you don't have a bankruptcy on your credit report. Right? Check out that link. It's also a Destiny card on there. It's another unsecured credit card. So if you get approved for that one, you can have two. You can have the Milestone and the Destiny credit card without paying any security deposit. And it's going to instantly boost your credit because you're adding more credit to your profile. Do I have any questions about that? That's the milestone, and then the destiny card for unsecured. And the credit builder card is the one you'll get approved if you don't have a bankruptcy on there. It's a secured credit card. You give them a $200 security deposit. They give you a $200 credit card, right? And if you make those payments on time for an extended period of time, they'll give you your security deposit back, and the card will become unsecured. That's how secured cards work, y'all. Do I have any questions about secured cards or how to get a credit card with bad credit? All of these are credit builder cards, and all of these will approve you with bad credit. Okay, we're gonna move on to the next one. Get in the right credit mix. We just got done talking about installment debt and revolving debt. This makes up your credit mix, right? You got to have one of each on your credit report at all times, right? So if you have student loans and you're not actively paying on it, you don't have an active installment account, right? If you have a credit card that's been closed off and that's the only credit card on your credit report, it won't count. It won't count because you need active open accounts on your credit report. You need an active open revolving account and an active open installment account on your credit report at all times. Okay. If you also click that link with the credit boosters, there are things on there such as Self. Self is a credit builder option that will provide a credit builder card and a credit builder loan. Okay. So the credit builder loan is going to report to the credit bureaus as an installment account, but really you're funding your own loan. As a matter of fact, every payment that you make goes into a secured savings account for you. So once you close that account and make all of your payments on time, you'll get that money back as a savings account, right? Payments are as low as about $25 a month. And every time you make a payment, Self will report it to the credit bureaus as if you're paying on a loan every month, right? So if you don't have installment debt, Self is an excellent option to go ahead and start building that. Or even if you need something additional, you just want an additional installment account credit builder to add to your profile, then get the Self account. You can actually get that and a secure credit card version with them as well. All right, and I'm gonna do another live stream to talk about companies that you can apply for to pay your rent, and that rent will be added to your credit profile as installment accounts. So y'all hold me to that. Let me know if you want me to drop that live within the next couple of days on how you can use your rent to add it to your credit profile. You paying it anyway, so you might as well use it for your advantage. Get it added to your credit profile to get some installment debt. All right, if you've been having your place for quite some time, this could be 2 or 3 years that you're adding to your credit profile. Y'all leave a y'all leave a comment and let me know if y'all want me to go live about that. All right, we're gonna move on to the next thing. We're gonna ask for a goodwill adjustment, right? A goodwill adjustment is simply, hey, Mr. Creditor, I was very bad sick. I had unfortunate death in the family, or I lost my job, or some particular event, some disastrous event in your life that happened. You can make it up if you want to. Don't tell them I told you that. But basically, you're saying, hey, I've been making payments on time every month for this account. I just had this one thing that happened in my life that caused me to miss this payment. Would you grant me a goodwill adjustment? And a lot of times they will grant it because they want to keep you as a loyal customer, right? And I crafted a very, very good goodwill adjustment letter that you can send directly to your creditors to get them to agree to remove your late payment for this goodwill adjustment. In the letter, I just simply explain how, hey, in addition to you taking this off my credit report, I will agree to get put on auto pay. I will do X, Y, Z, or whatever. I crafted it really well, and a lot of my students in my credit repair group, they use this letter and they get those late payments. Now, if you got a late payment from, you know, June, and then you got another one in March, and so forth in January, then this may not work for you. But if you just have one late payment amongst many on-time payments, this will be good for you. Let me go ahead and leave a link to that Goodwill adjustment letter. Y'all can go download that and send them off to anybody that you have one or so late payments with. Drop that link right there. Okay. Goodwill adjustment. You're basically letting the creditor know that you had a very catastrophe happen in your life. And now that that happened, it affected how you would make payments for that 1 month. Now you're back on track. You've proven that you're back on track. Before that late payment, you was already on time. And now you just need a goodwill adjustment. Say, hey, I'm about to buy a home. I need to take out this loan for my kid to get in college. Just make up something, make it sound real good, and a lot of times they'll remove that late payment, even if it's 2 or 3 late payments at one time. Right? You can have 3 late payments for a period of 3 consecutive months. Right? That still could be from that same event. So use a goodwill adjustment letter. Instantly remove late payments, y'all. It's worked for a lot of my people. All right, let's move on to the last thing. Right? Probably one of my favorites. Easy is get added as an authorized user. Okay. You get added as an authorized user. If you have a family or friend that keeps up with their credit card very well, I'm talking about a super low balance and no late payments, a very clean payment history, then get them to add you as an authorized user to their credit card. So all of the on-time payments that they've been having, how well they've been keeping up their credit card, you're going to get credit for that. You're going to get credit for all of their on-time payment history, right? If you have a very high credit utilization, this is very, very smart for you to do, because if you get added to a, let's say, $20,000 trade line from a family member that had a $20,000 open trade line with no balance, then this $20,000 credit limit goes on the bottom of all of your credit limits, right? So that'll be $20,000 debt added to your credit profile, to which no balance is there. So it's going to reduce your credit utilization by that $20,000, and your utilization will go down and your credit score is going to go up. For easy math, let's look at it like this. Let's say you have one credit card, right? And you've at the max at that credit card. It's $1,000 limit. You at $1,000 balance. Okay. So at that point, you're at 100% utilization. Now, if you add a $10,000 trade line or an authorized user on your account, now you have that same $1,000 balance owed, but now that $10,000 credit limit is added on that. So now you have 1,000 over a total of 11,000 total credit limit, and it's going to significantly decrease your credit utilization and boost your credit score. If you don't have anyone in your family, leave me a DM, shoot me a message, leave a comment below. I do have access to trade lines, up to $30,000 of credit limit, y'all. Right? That's one of the bigger ones. You can get a $10,000 card added. Just let me know. Leave your name in the comments or leave me a DM in private if you want more information about how you can add a trade line to significantly boost your credit score, probably in about 30 days. I've seen credit scores go up as much as 200 plus points from adding one trade line to their credit report. Do I have any questions about trade lines? All right, cool. I appreciate y'all joining the live today. This video was sponsored to you by Credit Repair Hacks, one of the world's first AI digital credit repair softwares. You're able to get unlimited disputes right from your phone. Credit Repair Hacks will actually go through and detect which of your negative items need repairing, right? You select that account and it will recommend the best dispute reason to put in that dispute letter. And after you select all of the negative accounts that you want them to dispute, they're going to write up a dispute letter with all of those accounts and send it to the credit bureaus for you, right? They'll do this unlimited for you as long as you're in the program. I think you have to pay for your credit monitoring, which is $29 a month, but you get unlimited disputes. every single month, right? And they have a timer in their portal that'll let you know when it's time for the next update. On that next update, it'll tell you exactly when. On that next update, it'll tell you exactly when you should send the next dispute letter. It'll tell you which accounts has been updated. It'll tell you which accounts has been deleted and which counts have not yet been verified. So when you go to select your round two letter, it'll automatically update which accounts need to be included in that second round letter. And you do that time after time after time again. If you never get verification, you can go right into the portal, print out all of the copies of letters you sent to the credit bureaus with no response, file a complaint right from your portal. $29 a month. Credit Repair Hacks. I appreciate y'all joining. If you have any questions, like I said, please, please, please leave them in the comments. I check this live a few times a day. I'll come back, I'll check it, and I'll answer any of your questions. If you have any other tips that you can add to this, whether it's things that you've experienced with your credit repair journey, on ways that you can build your credit without paying expensive credit repair fees. And if you listen to the end of this video, I appreciate your support. I did write my own book, How I Fixed My Own Credit in 6 months, right? 10% of each sale will go to my efforts of teaching financial literacy to the high schools and the high school juniors and seniors in your city. I appreciate the love. Until the next time, there's been another episode of Money Talk Mondays. It's your host, D. Saul. Peace.